Greetings and welcome back to yet another episode of The Plunging Attack! Okay, that didn't do as much damage as how it would. I saw an opening for a great episode intro and then, yeah, it just kind of fizzled, I guess. Alright, you know what? Instead of dealing with like 5 of you, let's just enter this area so I can actually be closed in. This is an action-packed start, isn't it? Just the way we wanted it. But since I guess they're not really entering, they're scared of the depths. I'm just gonna go here. I feel like the right way... Really? The right way to progress is maybe to go through that house where the guy was throwing spears. I'm not sure. So let's just explore a little bit. There we go. Just die. Okay. No, stop. There you go. Okay. That's exactly what I wanted, and that's exactly what I got, so I guess I shouldn't be complaining. Just, I don't know why, but it seems like the enemies travel in groups now, and they didn't seem to before, or maybe just because I took a little bit more time, they got dispersed. But they were just like a lot of enemies clumped together, and when I went through the cliff, I noticed that I can actually do a plunging attack, and like I said, it seemed like a good start to an episode, so that's what I did. Are you gonna charge me? That was... as much of a charge as it was really a leap of faith. Alright, so let's continue, and let's hope that this guy won't throw any more spears, or maybe he's trying to tell us to use the branch so he won't know that we are there, which means that he will not throw spears at us, which might be useful, but I'm not sure. Wait, what am I going here? There's nothing here. Have to enter through the obvious door. I've been here before, so I don't know why I'm so confused. Maybe if I go to the left, maybe there's like a key inside. Oh! Or maybe the obvious bonfire that I missed in the previous episode. Alright, I guess that's one way of saying that I'm an idiot. So I guess this is the place to... Right, no, this is not the place. But, I mean, what I'm trying to say is I just kind of keep interrupting myself because I keep thinking of other things. But this appears to be the place to progress because the bonfire is here, obviously, which means that I guess, have to go through the house or maybe find the key to open up the door or whatever. It just seems like the right place to be at, I suppose, what I'm trying to say. So let's buff ourselves. Now we have... That was possibly the worst position for myself to buff myself in, and possibly the worst attack I've ever seen from an enemy trying to get us or kill us. So yeah, let's just dispose of you in a manner where, okay, let's heal and then dispose of you. I feel like that's gonna be okay. You can say that we're very much all about keeping the earth safe here. First of all, of course, we're kind of getting rid of everyone who's polluting, and then we're disposing of enemies. And what else do we dispose of? Trash. And of course we recycle trash and things like that. Imagine another spear is gonna be chucked here. So, okay, this is just his like favorite pastime. He's not even in this to... Oh, we got another young white branch here. So I guess this is how you keep safe, even if you use the only branch that you have. That was a stellar dodge on my part. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of proud of myself, even though it was largely accidental. But yeah, I kind of... How did... Can you please stop? Just give me a break. The shaking all the enemies with their farmer weapons is just unnecessary, I feel, alright? And why do you have red glowy eyes? And that's just incredibly scary and inappropriate, and I feel like that's not something that we should persuade to be in our community. Just, you know, like, from a village folk to village folk, just don't be like that. Try to kill me. Okay, so I guess this is like a safe spot. I can get behind that, but does that mean that I'm... So he stopped chucking spears. Or maybe now that I got rid of them, maybe now I'll use my white branch, and he's gonna be like, who's there? I saw a guy enter, I'll just wait for him to leave. Haha, I'm a pot! Don't attack me, please. I am innocent. I move so slow. This can't be the right way. Maybe I need to jump over? That seems like a distinct possibility. Alright, so he did stop chucking spears. So, man, if you're gonna kill me again, I'm gonna come back there and avenge my death. Alright, so me being a pod did not convince you. So... I chucked the firebomb instead of trying to heal. Stop! Damn it. Okay, at least the bonfire is near. Okay, what I'm gonna try to do is just make a run for it. Just jump to the other side, because there's a thing here he seems to be protecting. Because when we were in pot form, he didn't seem to attack us, because he was like, oh, it's a pot. I'm gonna pretend I'm stupid and I know what's going on. But I feel like the real truth is he's just protecting whatever is there. So yeah, let's just kind of jump over and see what's going on. I feel like the very first time is gonna be the most successful, because he's gonna chuck a spear at the front, so he's just gonna chuck a spear at my enemies first. Chuck a spear, come on. Kill them. I appreciate that. Of course, I need the souls, and I need a way to go beyond, and I just jumped into a chasm. Nice. Really nice. That's the way I like to do it. Alright. Alright. Let's try to retry that again. So let's just try to run for it and just really make a jump for it. And not into a chasm now. Let's try to actually jump to the other side. Because I know I'm fully capable of using the controller. I've beaten the game so many times, and I feel like it's really my due time to show you what I'm made of. And might be just a bit of a moral high talk, just so I feel better, but really nothing can make me feel better after that horrible jump. And if I manage to kind of die again on that bone shard. Alright, this seems like it's useful. That was a prediction and a half, and the knockback, perfectly executed to throw me into a pit. Amazing. Just, this game really does keep surprising me with its accuracy and its enemies. It's just, how do I even live? So wait, Loretta's bone, what does this do? Old discolored human bone with several holes, Ivan's corpse. Her name was Loretta. Okay, so I assume we can't eat it. Undead bone shard. Cast into the shrine bonfire to boost the recovery provided by the Estus flask. Alright, so this is what you use to upgrade your Estus, so it heals more, and the other one, I assume Estus shard, is how you have more Estus flasks. Great to know. Good that we got that. It was entirely worth me dying 3 times and losing my patience. And maybe there's nothing more in this direction. What was that? I think I'm surprised by how stupid some enemies are, and then by just how smart some other enemies are. And I feel like this is ultimately what's gonna spell my doom. Underestimating some enemies while overestimating other enemies. And I know I've fought him so many times before, but really, come on, man. Just stop being so annoying. I guess if I try to use my branch now, I only have 1 more, so what the hell, right? I have 2 more. Alright, so let's just pretend, okay, I'm a guy tree. Sure, why not? Will he keep throwing spears? That's my question. Or maybe he will, but just not in my direction. It was just an accident that he managed to hit me before. Maybe that's what it was. It feels like I can get to the other side. I guess not. Because I can't really, even if I do get to the other side, that's just where I was before, and it doesn't really seem like it's leading anywhere. Oh, he's just throwing it at enemies now. Okay, that's a nice way to dispose of them. What about this guy? Look, he's right there. He's just asking to be... You know what, man? I don't appreciate that. I came up to you, tried to talk it out, tried to be nice to you, and this is how you repay me. Not only repay me, this is what you do to show me that it's... His aim is impeccable, I don't know. Just... It's unreal, is what I'm trying to say. It's unreal. How can his arm strength be so good that he manages to be so damn accurate over such long distances? And I really feel like there has to be something more in this house. It can't be just like a safe thing where you're safe. Just stop. Just end me, alright? Just end my life. Alright, so I'm kind of confused because I actually... Alright, great, just die. I actually don't know where to progress from here, because this entire area doesn't seem like it has anything too highly of a value. Rubbish, alright, that's just exactly what I've always wanted, isn't it? You know what, I don't even mind. At this point, I don't even mind. You've hit me so many times, I've gotten used to the pain. It's just something I have to live with, you know? I just exit this hellish place and never return. I hope I never have to return. Alright, so my other idea is to go back to the elevator and try to go upwards. And that's exactly what I think I'm gonna do. Oh wait, there's a bonfire right here. I need to use it. Oh, hello. No, you don't escape from me. There we go. I got something, but I clicked OK too fast to skip it. Aye. Something else here? Jumping required. Such jump, really. Such jump. I love these messages. They're so deliberately useless. They're so... I think that's a good way to put it. Alright, so I'm gonna teleport back. And what I'm gonna do is go back to that elevator to the church. Because again, that does seem like the right way to go. And I guess we'll just see where to go from there and if that's the right direction. I assume it is. I just kind of explored a little bit more. So yeah, see you at the church in like a few seconds. She just fell off the bridge by herself. That's amazing. I wish that could happen more often. And I knew I was gonna meet you back at the bridge, but since I already cut now, it was just too beautiful. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna actually go by foot and you're forced to watch me. Alright, so first of all, dispose of the doggies. The doggies are by far the most annoying here. The rest didn't even aggro, which is even better for me, honestly. I don't even want to fight them. I just want to get to the church ASAP. He's gonna throw a pot at me. I hope he falls again. If I go here, maybe he'll fall. No, he didn't. Alright. Great moves. Keep it up. Amazing. Beautiful. Impeccable accuracy. You guys should really take note from that guy, because he's amazing. He's really good at what he does. Stop. Go away. Thank you. Oh, will you keep chasing me? So this is just how it is. Okay, we'll fight on the holy grounds. That's alright with me. If you're not afraid of desecrating this place, then that's okay. But you know what? I feel like this is not appropriate. There are a lot of candles here. Obviously, it's a sacred place. So the fact that you've decided to pick your battles here, it doesn't only show how vengeful and just how immature you are, but also it shows you just how inappropriate you are in our society. And that is the reason, and the fact that you're polluting is why I'm killing you. I don't know. Alright, so we do have to go down. I assume this is the only other way because I don't see any other way to go. And I do like how the game made it clear to me that this is really the only way where I'm supposed to go. And also via the dialogue option, because Zigmeyer, who's here for some reason, because I don't know how he is, he shouldn't be here, told us that the only way is down. And I hope there's like a bonfire here. That would be swell, but it doesn't seem like there's anything of note. I love the area. I love dark shaded places, which are super large and just don't tell you where the enemies are, and you just kind of have to guess. You have to lure them. Alright. Door ahead. In short, try fleeing. Alright, alright. Just the Dark Souls way. Alright, so this is... Oh, he seems like a Vort. I don't know. That was... Alright, that was much faster than I thought it was gonna happen. Again, I don't know what I'm expecting. I should just expect every enemy to go at the speed of sound. Like, it feels like that's what's happening. Alright, 2 hits. Poised them. Alright, frostbitten. Apparently I'm slowed. That is what happens when you get frozen. Alright. These enemies seem tough. I like a tough cookie. Alright, it seems like my stamina regen is also slower. Alright, that's it. Alright, they don't seem that tough, but they did surprise me with just how fast they were. Ariandel straight sword. Can I use it? I want to use it, if I can use it. Lotric Knight? Ariandel, is it a strength weapon? Or a dexterity weapon? It seems like both scale with both, but this seems to have... I don't know. Oh, another weapon I got was Reinforced Club. Can I use this? Does it do more damage? It seems to do more damage. And it has bleed, so let's try kind of rolling with that. Anybody's saying, what's the difference? It's a club and this one is reinforced. Well, this one has spikes on top of it. Spikes? What's that good for? Well, it causes bleeding, apparently. And what bleeding does is just a lot more damage. Try safe zone. Alright. I don't like it. Door ahead. In short, try run. You just scared me. There's nothing on the other side. Yay, bonfire! Road to sacrifices. I feel like this road was full of sacrifices. Again, all these names that I'm encountering so far really seem applicable to all aspects of Dark Souls, not just like a particular way. The Undead Village, pretty much, the Undead Settlement, sorry, pretty much every single area in Dark Souls. The Road to Sacrifice, also pretty much every single area in Dark Souls. There's so many different enemies in this. Ah, alright, this is how we're gonna play, isn't it? This doesn't seem to have that black slime on top of it. He just seems to be much more agile now. Which, honestly... Alright. I keep trying to go ham on every single enemy as opposed to just doing an attack or just going away, which should be a much better idea. Alright, you know what's happening to you, mate? Pain and suffering. No. Alright, that was very well done. I like how they balanced both the backstabs and the, what they're called, the leaping, not the leaping, when you jump on their heads with a weapon, whatever it is. I like how they balanced it by reducing the damage and not by removing the mechanic, although I feel like jumping on their heads with a weapon should do more damage. Maybe I'm just pampered by Dark Souls 1, but it does feel a little bit underwhelming when you do just as much damage by a leaping attack as much as you do with like a normal backstab. I really want like not to one-shot an enemy, but pretty much one-shot an enemy. That makes sense. Like, yeah, maybe like a hit to finish them off, but really I just want the majority of damage to come from there. You couldn't handle my shield, could you? Did you see him bounce back? He was struck smitten. Oh, if you notice what happened there, you might notice that like my fourth attack or my second attack of the second combo did more damage, and the reason for that was because the enemy bled out, and that happens when you have a weapon that does bleeding. You just have to hit them a few times, and eventually their bleed bar gets to full, and when that happens they just take more damage. And try jumping. You know, every time I see this message I'm just gonna think it's a prank, because there's no way this could be the right way, or maybe it is, but I'm just gonna go in this direction first because it seems to be just a little bit safer. Firebombs, a man's greatest friend. I love how they look. The enemies in this game are just absolutely beautiful. Oh, and one thing I didn't mention in like the previous 3 episodes, but also you might notice by yourself, is the fact that I switched my recording software to Shadowplay. And the main reason for that is because I recorded with OBS before, and I just couldn't manage to get a steady frame rate. And I feel like it's so important to have a steady frame rate when you're watching a video, or especially a game like this one. I just wanted to show it in its full glory. So, poison? Now, where did that come from? Oh, it's that guy. Will he incinerate the poison? No. That ahead. Alright, that makes sense. But yeah, showing it in 60 frames per second on full HD. That's scary. Oh, he's a birdman too. Alright, fine. Works for me, I guess. What I'm trying to say is that because I want to show the game in its full glory, I feel like this is the appropriate way to do it. Where did you come from? Really? Unnecessary, rude, absolutely maniacal. You were just waiting for me to go on the guy, and then you ambushed me, haven't you? That's what happened, didn't it? The noise scared me because it sounded like that siren noise from the smoke monster in Lost. And if you don't know what that sounds like, just Google it, smoke monster Lost, and I assure it's very scary. It's very triggering in some sense. But at least we didn't make it that far. So I guess I'll beat you back at the big bird guy. Alright, so I think I managed to beat them. And the first time I came here, a birdman jumped from like the tree and then managed to push me off in a cliff, which again is a bit unfortunate, but it's just how it goes sometimes. And I managed to beat him now, and I'm here. Alright, so I feel like that guy's gonna jump down, and I feel like there has to be a way to get there. Probably not through here. Oh, I guess I'll just go and do it. Ambush incoming, I assume. These birdmen seem like they want to do an ambush. But be wary of left and short fatty. That's not that big of a fatty. Oh, it's a humanoid. Alright. No, please stop. Please stop. Oh, how would... Excuse me? Isn't Dark Souls nice? He even has a sparkly blade. That's what I wanted this whole time. Alright. Alright, round 2, guy naked with an X, which had, I don't know what you're supposed to be or what you're supposed to represent, but this time I'm not going down so easily. And when I say I'm not going down so easily, I really mean I'm gonna switch to a weapon I know and I'm just gonna hammer you in the face with it. until eventually you die. And I'm actually gonna try to dodge this time when you hit me, instead of just standing there and taking your hits as a dummy. So yeah, just go naked, dude. Butcher knife. Now that might be a weapon I wanna use. Butcher knife, butcher knife. Strength, 24 strength. Alright, we're gonna be using this weapon as soon as possible, because it seems like it's a cool one. And I just actually want to kind of take a little bit of a different route than the club. The club, it did me justice, don't get me wrong. I feel like it's a very formidable weapon, but it does feel like it would be okay to just switch it up a little bit. And we're just getting new weapons here very, like, frequently. I'm not sure if we can use them. I mean, we can use them, but I'm not sure if they're gonna fit my strength playstyle that I'm kind of going for. So yeah, I guess we'll just see how this all pans out in a few episodes' time. So this is the bridge, alright. Another bridge. Many bridges. I feel like I should get here and just get this guy first, because he's just kind of spooking here. If I just throw you off, is that acceptable? Alright, so we should stop trading blows. I should wait for you to attack, and then I should go in. There we go. And again, only one Estus Flask. Yay! At least there's a way to get more Estus Flasks from enemies, so I never feel like I'm in danger, even if I don't have a lot of Estus. Let me there be out of here. That's poetry at its finest. Just amazing. I knew the Dark Souls 3 community was full of a lot of really talented people, but the poetry of that caliber is just beautiful. It really is. When you're limited with words, and when you manage to put words together like that, you really become a wordsmith at that point. Okay, so he started yelling, he started transforming. It seems pretty standard. I'm just gonna beat you up, alright? Oh yeah, and like I said, I did switch to my usual club because it feels like it does more damage. Sure, you know, the bleed out is nice and all, but I feel like I can't get reliable hits on them just because they move so much. It feels much better to just hit them like this and just kill them in 5 shots as opposed to 6. Even if maybe it doesn't seem like that big of a difference, it does make a difference. And fighting them one by one is not that big of a deal. I think I got used to them. The only problem is because there's so many. Dying here feels really tedious because you have to go back and you have to fight them all over again. Have to bait them one by one, and that just kind of adds on top of what you already went through before, and it just, not a mess, but it does, like I said, add up. I see trees, I know they're gonna jump from the trees, so I'm just gonna kind of be careful. Again, just clear them one by one. Be smart about this. Right. Stop it. Alright. The guys with the sights seem to have less HP, but they also seem to deal more damage, or at least they do bleed damage, or whatever that damage is supposed to represent. Seems like bleed. That seems like a blood splatter. You're next, my friend. You can't hide from me. I hope you die and fall off a cliff. In that order. No. Fall off a cliff and then die. That seems like it's much more painful and much more annoying, because you're kind of afraid when you're falling. I'm a bit of a sadist, but then again, they did cause me a lot of trouble. I'm not... When you see a bonfire and it's surrounded with 2 blood splatters, I assume it's safe. I hope it doesn't blow up. This is Dark Souls. When you see a bonfire and you say, I hope it doesn't blow up. That's just conditioning for you. Alright, I guess before I'll rest, talk to the knights, and I feel like that's a good way to finish the episode. Just have some human interaction, just kind of instill some knowledge and confidence back into me, just to see that I'm not the only one struggling. Tell me something depressing, come on.
Oh, hello. How do you do? I am Anri of Astora, unkindled like you. This is Horace, a friend and travelling companion. Are you too in search of the Lords of Cinder? We are well along the road of sacrifices. Below us is the Crucifixion Woods. Beyond the flooded woods lies Farron Keep, home of the Undead Legion. Further yet is the Cathedral of the Deep. We seek the cathedral, home of the grim Aldrich. We may go our separate ways now, but we are both seekers of lords. The next time we cross paths, one may find the other in a time of need. May the flames guide your way.
I like her. And, you know, one thing that screams to me is professionalism. She has the same job as we do. She's trying to find the lords, probably kill them or whatever. But look at our armor and our outfit, and look at hers. If you were gonna hire someone, who are you gonna hire? This guy or her? I know who I'm taking, and I'm playing as myself. But you know, this is ridiculous. Don't you worry, we are gonna get better and we're gonna look better, so you can be proud of us. But thank you for your help. Basically, I look like I'm unemployed, I don't have any money, and I feel like I'm really desperate at this point. So the fact that I put on the first chainmail that I found really speaks a lot about how much thought I've put into this quest. I was like, I'm just gonna find the lords, but how I'm gonna do it? I have no souls, I have no money. Just start swinging at stuff, I guess. You know, just get a club, a plank shield, and just go at it. And I feel like this is fitting within the Lord of the Universe. And what do? That's what he does, he groans. That was not disturbing at all. I feel like that was more disturbing than many things we faced today. Just that groan, it was like, just get away from me. Alright, we'll leave you alone. Let's leave her into the frame and not the other guy, because she seems to be nice. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys, and I hope to see you next time.